Hey guys, one sec, I'm trying to find the right sound balance here. Welcome to the stream though, how are you doing? A new day, a new dawn, same old Heracross though, yes Yana, what's up? Welcome back. I also saw, of course, Mr. Sonic Chow. I also saw Aaron Curtis, San, what's up Sanchan? Nick Meister, hey Nick. We also have Video Master, what's up, how you been? JPB, Odd Sauce as well. I definitely need to fix that. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit here. We also have a sink in the background because Nat is doing dishes, so if you hear additional noises because of that. What's up? So way back in the mine. Stan, did you see that there will be Pokemon Go Safari Zone in Canada? I did, yes. They're bringing it to Montreal sometime in September. I might go, I might not. Things are really busy at work and don't seem to be getting any simpler. And so because of that, I don't know if I can justify it, but I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna, like, see what, like, the best possible way, because it is possible, hypothetically, I could probably take even, like, a bus, if it's fast enough, and get there, do it just in the afternoon, and then come back, like, so it might be doable, but, yeah, welcome, everybody. Oddity as well. Hey, Anon on the internet, I'm sorry to hear that, but, trust me, things do get alright. For every month like July, there's hopefully an August. I mean, of course, August isn't, like, through yet, but I know that I had a really rough July, my friend. My dog died, and, like, a bunch of stuff happened. I had, like, some health scares and stuff as well. But so far, August, knock on wood, has been a lot better. So even if it's been a little more stressful in terms of, like, day-to-day, the good has far outweighed the bad. So, yeah. Nice to see this is still going. Yeah, Odd Sauce, it's a super ambitious hunt for sure. Easily the most time I've ever put into any shiny ever. Absolutely. If you guys have noticed, we are, like, dangerously close to the 2,500 mark, which is like 250 encounters. By the end of today, we will be at that mark. Maybe we'll even have a shiny Heracross in our party, but of course that remains to be seen. But yeah, I put in another, like, 200-ish. I think around 200 encounters over the weekend, something like that. Maybe not 200, maybe like 150, but still, quite a bit. Like, it definitely took some time out of my weekend, but it's all good because, yeah, the last part of August is going to be very, very busy, as I was kind of alluding to. So, the more I can get done in the early part of August, the better for trying to reach that 3,000 goal before, like, September 2nd, 3rd, whatever it is, whenever people go back to school. There's a Pokemon wedding, yes, in Japan, yes. Oh, it's okay, Jan. It's okay. It's been actually, like, just over a month now since then. But my point is just that, like, yeah, sometimes life sucks. I was kind of agreeing with Anon on the internet, but it's kind of how we, like, respond and rebound. Hopefully, is kind of like, I don't know. That's the message I'm trying to stand by, even for my own self. But yeah, stand for the outro. Can you play Beach Walk by White Woods? Perhaps, JPB. Perhaps. Last week I got a shiny Ho-Oh in Heart Gold at 650. Nice. Way under odds, too. Congrats, Aaron. If only I could have been so lucky with Heracross, right? It's funny, because, like, sometimes, like, in those older games with of course, the more insane odds, you can get super, super lucky. And unfortunately, I have not been, but it sounds like you were. Like, even a good example is even my Trico in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That was still like 1 in 4,000 odds, and we got Trico before even like the first 1,000. So, you know, sometimes you just get really lucky. The RNG gods bless you. They bless the rains down in Orre region, I guess. And yeah, unfortunately, so far we've had no luck. But with every attempt, it could be the attempt. So we got to keep at it. I really, as you guys know, really want to get this Heracross. I want to be a Colosseum, like, successful shiny hunter in Colosseum so badly. It's been fueling me. Like, literally in June, we were at 300 encounters. Now we're sitting in, you know, mid-August at almost 2,500, and no signs of slowing down. Hopefully we'll be at 3,000 by the end. That's like almost 3,000 encounters in Colosseum in a summer, which is actually insane. Like, each one of these encounters takes, like, minimum probably 2.5 minutes. So, like, if you do that math, it takes a very long time. I like how much the Score Esports has been covering the history of fighting games. So many people are learning the lore of the community. Yeah, especially Tekken. Like, we were kind of surprised, honestly, at how well the Tekken content's been popping off. But we have always, in a similar way to Smash, like, there's a few guys in the office who, like, are really, really into Tekken in the way that, like, I and a few other people are into Smash Bros. But it's just, like, it's never been, like, a kind of a consistent thing before. And all of a sudden, with, like, the past few projects we've done, it's really, really taken off. Obviously, Evo helped that out even more so. So I think we're going to continue making more stuff. I don't know what. I'm not privy to that information, but definitely Tekken in like, specific has really, really sort of changed the layout of our channel. And in my opinion, a good way. Because, like, you know, as much as I love League and Dota, there's other games too out there, right, that have their own communities and scenes. And I know when Ultimate first came out, we were, like, kind of doing some Smash stuff, but then there was some stuff going on, and we had to cut, and it broke my heart a little bit. So I'm glad at least, like, the Tekken community gets some part of that, you know? Nice, Aaron, nice. Life can definitely suck. One of my favorite quotes always helps me through and has been my mantra recently. I was set free because my greatest fear had been realized, and I was still alive, and so rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. I mean, yeah, sometimes you legitimately have to start over. I will admit that thing, like, having to, like, completely start over is more terrifying the older you get, I find. Like, it's easier to, like, in the same way that, like, it's easier to, like, do an all-nighter when you're younger. Like, you're just more resilient. I think that's also true of, like, starting over. However, it's always worth trying is the main thing, I think. Because you never know. You never know. Tekken, to be fair, has become the biggest fighting game outside of Smash right now. Even Street Fighter's faltered, especially with how much Capcom has ruined. Yeah, 5 is kind of... I think most people are like, when is the 6 announcement coming, right? Because I know a lot of guys in my office are thinking the same way. Street Fighter's fun, but yeah, a lot of... Even the Street Fighter heads are, like, into Tekken right now, so... I definitely understand that. Also, odd, I finally did watch all of Part 5 of JoJo's, so you'll be proud of me to learn that. I got to... What song is playing right now? So currently, I believe this is Super Mario World Overworld theme. Right before that, though, I believe we had... One second here. Kirby's Epic Yarn Butter Building. I've never heard of that either. But yeah, if you were looking for the one before, it's Kirby's Epic Yarn Butter Building. I have it on a playlist right now of, like, it's called the Top 100 Nintendo Songs Ever. I don't know if I agree with it. I've never even listened to it before. For all I know, you know, some not safe for work songs could just start playing because I have not vetted the video at all. But I think we're safe. It has a lot of views and not too many dislikes, so I think we're okay. But yeah, it's just some guy's opinion. He just compiled a list. Here's the trainer battle from Pokemon Red, Fire Red and Leaf Green, rather. But yeah. Splatoon has the potential, but I don't think it has developed enough. Yeah, no, Splatoon is one of those games that, yeah, it just, like, there's just a few things holding it back, but it's still really fun. It just, yeah, it definitely, some balanced stuff, at least from what I remember of Season 1, or Splatoon 1. I didn't play Splatoon 2, so I don't really have too much ground to stand on, but if it's similar enough to Splatoon 1, which I've heard it kind of is, then there's probably some balanced stuff, I would assume. What did you think of Part 5's ending? Of JoJo? I thought it was really good. I still think Part 4 is my personal favorite. I think that's where, like, Araki really, really, like, hit his just stride as like a mangaka. Not in terms his drawings and illustrations have always been like just supremely gorgeous, but it was there where he like his ability as a storyteller like really was complemented by the art in a way that just like part 2 is really good. I like a lot of parts of part 3, but part 4 pretty much the whole time I was like, this is really great. Like yeah, I'm a really big part 4 JoJo stan. It's a little darker. It's a little more like contained, I guess. Araki obviously loves doing the like world travel kind of thing, which I don't blame him. But like for me, I really like that it focused on that one town, you know. You have to read the manga, and then I'll officially be proud of you. I would love to. I would love to. One day, I hope. Part of me though, I really love seeing it like all in one go, binging it via the like David Productions is just so good at what they do, and that's how I like came into it. So the only real manga, even like I love My Hero Academia as well, but the only real manga that I've ever really like read because I just needed to like fiend it and I couldn't wait for the anime was One Piece. One Piece is the only one I read like week to week. Everything else like Haikyuu, My Hero, like I said, those are probably like my 3 favorites: One Piece, Haikyuu, My Hero. Yeah, I just like I couldn't make the jump with the other 2, but One Piece I was like I have to. 1946 soft resets for Lugia. Nice, Aaron. Nice. I just quit school again. I was just not happy, so now I won't have a degree. Maybe in the future, but I don't have any plans yet. But it was great to do. It felt like the right decision, though. The thing is, and it's funny you say that, Yana, because I actually had a discussion with somebody. I won't say, but someone within the community about basically like they just like weren't happy in their current like job and stuff. I'll just be honest. It was Roy. It was Roy Boy. He just like he's having some struggles like with work and stuff. I won't go into the details of them, but he was just kind of saying like he's not like happy. And I said to him like at the end of the day, there are certain things that you have to like bare your teeth and just like get through the day to day until something gets better. But a lot of the time too, it just won't get better unless you make a change. And unfortunately, sometimes that change is you just have to quit. Like whether it be school, a job. Sometimes you have to like. It's exactly like that quote that Oddity posted from J.K. Rowling, where it's like sometimes you have to just like almost essentially like, for lack of a better phrase, like nuke everything, like scorch earth everything, and then like kind of like rebuild, you know. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as like you have somewhat, I guess, of like an idea, and you kind of know the consequences. Then if it means that you can, you know, be a little bit more happy, be a little bit more confident, like I don't see any issue with that. I had a job I really hated, and I kind of just grinned and bared it for the longest time, and eventually they just ended up like laying me off anyway. So it's like I probably should have just quit like months before I did, because I was miserable for those months that I stayed, but they ended up just getting rid of me anyway because they were doing the whole like overturn thing. So I'm just saying, like sometimes it is for the better, I think. Part 5 story is like on par with Part 4 with symbolism and character, but the story is way more inconsistent. Yeah, I mean, there's like the memes about like how Araki just like forgot a lot of things, right? And he'll just forget things, and it's become more apparent in Part 5, I guess. Little like exactly like you said, plot holes and just inconsistencies and stuff. But yeah, you're correct, absolutely. But like the greater thematic elements still amazing. The return of a fan favorite Part 3 character at the end was really awesome. It's funny because after I'd finished watching Part 4, I accidentally, at some point I'd had a lot of Part 5 spoiled for me, and I knew about that reveal, but I'd completely forgot between then and like when I was watching. And so when he like showed up, I was just like, oh nice, Part 3, let's go baby. Didn't the anime man just make a video about reading all of JoJo's in a month or so? Haven't watched it yet. I think I saw that too. I think it popped up in my recommended. Yeah, I will probably not be reading all of JoJo's in a month. There is a lot. It's like 30 years of JoJo's. Hey, Tuk Tuk, what's up, dude? My man. It didn't get better, and I wasn't looking forward to another 2 years of misery. It was really bad. I was getting kind of depressed. Yeah, and I mean, like, again, like, the thing is, there's a threshold, and I truly believe that everybody knows and is aware of their own threshold, basically how much misery and just crap they can take from something. And sometimes, like even like I was saying about that job, sometimes you have to trick yourself almost to like extending that threshold a little bit and allowing for stuff that normally wouldn't get through if you know that there's like something hopefully at the end of it, like, you know, end of the road, maybe there's like something. But yeah, I don't know, at the end of the day, you just gotta do what makes you happy, you know. I that sounds like such a millennial type like thing, but it's kind of true, is that like we don't really know. The earth is in some weird shapes right now. There's a lot of just uncertainty, and it's just like, just live your best life, you know. I truly believe that. Mind you, like, that doesn't mean I'm gonna go out and like quit my job and just like only do the things I love. Like, I still have responsibilities because I have to still plan for day to day. But it's also like, if I was really, really miserable, I would also probably consider a big life change, you know? Like, remember when Giorno gets hit and somehow the person who hit him was supposed to get damaged? Yes, exactly. Yes. That's like literally the one I was thinking of when I was like talking about inconsistencies. Or just like weird plot conveniences, I guess. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn the Kid Icarus music down a bit there. It was really loud compared to some of the NES tracks. Did someone say read JoJo's in a month? Because I did that. Bubble Buddy, you're insane. You're insane. I also, for the record, I think another big challenge, I've had at least 4 different people in my life attempt to like watch One Piece as fast as humanly possible, and the most I think I've ever seen, and this was only up until about halfway through the Dressrosa arc, so this is like 2015, but I did know a guy who in like 2 months, like basically July and August, was able to literally go from 0 all the way to like episode 800 or whatever it was at the time. So yeah, or 700. Been good. How's it been with you and Nad? Things are good. Things are good. Nad's around. She's working hard. Yeah, things are good. Getting married soon. Well, not soon, but like, you know, we are getting married. For sure. Moved across the country. Lost my BF of 5 years. Went through a lot of pain. Pain of suppressed, new pain, old pain. I let myself grieve for a while, but now here I am. And that's the thing too. You gotta. Sometimes you just gotta let yourself have a moment, I guess. Like, that's, you know. I know I've had some. So like, yeah, you gotta just take a moment, take a week or something, and I mean sometimes longer. Like it's all dependent on, you know, the severity of what's going on, I guess. But like, take some time and just kind of like figure some stuff out. I'm happy. I'm in a crap job, living with my best friends, and I'm single, and I haven't been this happy in a long time. Finally starting all over again, and even though it's tough, I keep walking. Whatever you're going through, guys, I promise you can make it through. Yeah, no, and I think that's like absolutely astounding. Like, it's just people get, you know, banged up all the time, and it's how we react, right? Like it just straight up is. That's awesome, Oddity. I'm so glad to hear that, and apparently Yana is as well. Yeah, Zane, no notification today. I guess I wasn't aware that there was no notification, but makes sense. Got that Swablu, nice, Noivern, hey, nice, congrats. Your little blonde burb. I guess it's technically like a golden kind of color, but still, that's awesome. Oh, geez, Bubble. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely the time. Like, when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, I binged, like, all of Yu Yu Hakusho in, like, a week. Because, yeah, I was just, like, you know, I was bedridden. I literally couldn't do anything. Like, I was so bored. By day 2, I was like, like, I wanted to get back to work and get back to streaming and stuff like that, and I couldn't. So I was like, well, I might as well finally binge something I've been, like, you know, pretending I was going to watch forever. And then I was like, oh, Yu Yu Hakusho. That's, like, at the top of my need-to-watch list. I need a good name for him, though. Any ideas? A male yellow Swablu. Let's think. Is it bad that I immediately was just like, banana? But I'm not a minion, so I shouldn't suggest that. I hope you get it too, Odd. I'm pulling for you, man. I think, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey man, I know you so well, you're gonna get this job, because I really don't, right? But I will say, from what I've seen and from the way you, like, go about your work and stuff, I definitely think you're someone who always looks to improve, which means, like, even if this opportunity, for for whatever reason might not work out, and I hope it does, but I think you'll be fine, is what I'm saying. Like, I think you're still young enough. I think you're still talented enough. I think you're going to be okay. You might have to do, like, a radical shift, maybe. Maybe move somewhere even, like, crazier than before. But, like, I think you'll be all right. I believe in the power of the sauce, you know? I guess that's what I'm trying... That's my mission statement. I'm going on day 14 bedridden, and I'm not leaving anytime too soon, so it's the perfect time. Hey, yeah. No, it's a solid show. I think it takes a while, but if you have the time to really commit to it, I think you'll be okay. Like, for example, Roy tried to watch One Piece, and he was super hyped on it when we were, like, getting ready to go to Japan, and he was, like, you know, trying to get through it as much. But after we'd gotten back from Japan, he had to, like, go back to work and, like, do a bunch of stuff, and he just kind of, like, fell off of it and kind of, like, stopped cold turkey. But if you have the time to commit, I think you'll be all right. Name it Rolf? You could name it Rolf. I could actually say that I'm good. I mean it for the first time a couple of days ago since a long time. Hey, that's wonderful. That's actually awesome. Yeah, like, you gotta... Oh my... What is... Who just... Nick Meister! Thank you. I do appreciate it. Let me just try... Oh, man. I literally, like I said, I don't have Dono set up, so I can't even, like, read it off. I can't... Let me see. I'm gonna try to, like, run it... Scroll back. I know you said no donations, but I just want... I can see the word appreciation that all... Oh, man, I actually can't make it out. You have been... all the something you have been... I'm really sorry. I literally, like I said, I don't have donations set up at all, so I don't have a way of, like, reading off what you wrote. I tried to, like, scroll back through the stream and like, blow it up in full screen mode, but it's still, like, pixely because it's, like, a live stream. So I do apologize for that, Nick Meister. But either way, Nick, thank you so much. I will try to find a way to read off what you said later on. The problem is I don't want to log into Streamlabs either because then it might put the donation link back in this. Wait, is the donation link in the stream? Because I definitely did take it out this time. Like, I absolutely did. So that is not good if it's still just showing up for no reason. But yes, thank you so much, Nick. Like, that's really, really kind of you and really nice. Again, please no donations. I'm legitimately not set up for it, like, right now. As you can just tell by my fumbling through Nick's words and still couldn't even make out, like, the whole thing. But I want you to know that the sentiment is appreciated. The words that I could make out, it seems like you're being very, very kind. And, you know, I appreciate it, my friend. But, you know, there's also a million other amazing causes out there that if you want to donate for, like, the betterment of people and stuff, like, there's so many out there, you know, sick kids, like, that's one of my go-tos. Like, there's a lot. So I appreciate it, but please, you know, take care of yourself, and then if you have a little extra, take care of someone else who might need it a little bit more right now. That's all. I just wrote, thanks for all the streams that you've been doing lately, even though you said that we shouldn't donate. Oh, well, thank you, Nick, once more. Yeah, I do appreciate it, and that's the thing. I don't want to come off as cold or rude or anything like that. I just genuinely, like, this hunt for me, you guys must realize at this point, like, this very super boring, tedious, like, incredibly long hunt that is now almost taken a full year of my time. Mind you, I took, like, 8 months off of streaming completely, but still, a lot of my personal time. This is, like, my white whale, you know? This is, like, Moby Dick. This is my white whale. Like, it's the sort of thing, I would not retire from, like, shiny hunting or anything like that after this, but once I get this, I think I'm, like, good with any, like, super hard target for the rest of my life. Like, it just, I just really, really need to get this specific one, and it's such a personal cause that I feel bad for, like, you know, getting tips or anything like that, because it's just, there's a million other things I could be doing and streaming and talking about that are just more entertaining than Pokemon Colosseum hunting. Because I'll be honest with you, it's boring to stream it. I'm sure. I know it can be boring. Usually the first little bit's not bad, but after a long time it can get boring to even just do it, to do the resets, to hunt it, to go through the motions, you know. So, like, I get it, and I know, like, I could be streaming in Let's Go. I could be doing still SOS hunting because we didn't get all the Gen 7 Pokemon. I could be doing a Let's Play. I could be doing Smash Bros with you guys. There's a million things that I could and probably should be streaming instead. But I'm just like, I have my setup here. I'm focused. I'm lasered in on this Heracross. And because of that, it's such a personal kind of selfish hunt. I'd feel bad about, you know, taking any tips or anything. Like the last shiny we saw was the shiny Scyther I got like a week ago in Pokemon Go, and that was just a complete fluke, right? We weren't even attempting that. Before that, I think it was Tangela maybe, something definitely from Let's Go, and like that was like November. So yeah. But yes, thank you, Nick. I do appreciate it, but please save your funds, my friend. Oh, Odd, are you studying Japanese? Stupid thing is that I was looking forward to working for a bit, but I have to take a knee surgery. Oh, no! As someone who legitimately also has a very bad knee that causes lots of issues, I totally understand, especially for, I know you were, like, doing a lot of, like, theater and, like, troupe type stuff, right? Or, like stuff kind of concentrated around that, I believe, right? And obviously, you would need, you know, your fitness, your athleticism to, like, do that kind of stuff. Right now, I'm keeping my morale up by studying Japanese. Now it's been almost a year since I've taken up learning it. And yo, it's actually insane because like, also like you know John Arcane Toaster, he's also been learning Japanese over like the last like few months. That's awesome that both of you guys. I know you'd mentioned it before, but this is like the first time I'm putting those two things together. I just wrote thanks for all this. Oh, sorry, I already read that. I just had to catch up on some very nice words and some, you know, expressive stories. I donate to the Anime Stone Ocean Foundation. It's a very big cause. That's one I can get behind too. Yeah, part 6. Part 6 is going to take a while though, let's be honest, right? Also, did I hit the button there? I'm just double checking. Sorry, guys. I got to see if it goes through. Did I hit it or no? Ooh, looks like no. Oh, I did. Okay, cool. Timing's not good, but cool, you're studying Japanese. I actually started a couple months ago. Wow, Yana, you as well. Wow. I think it's good because it's like a just chatting stream with a little extra. It's definitely a much more chill, relaxed, like the last time, like let's be honest, the last time that I like got, you know, oh my god, like anything like that, very, very long time ago, right? Not in 2019. Like, not at all in 2019 have I actually, like, the closest would have been the Scyther thing last stream, which again was, like, because this is my purple whale, or purple no, it's not a spider, not arachnid. Purple bug, I don't know. Purple insect, we'll say. It's like, if and when I get this Heracross, the reaction is gonna be insane, because even, like, and I'll be honest with you guys, even if there was a moment, I don't think it was this past weekend, but the weekend before, where I legitimately thought I had it for a sec. I don't know why. I think I hadn't been paying attention, and my Espeon had died, and then the Heracross had gone into like hyper mode or something, and I just wasn't paying attention for whatever reason. And when I looked at my screen, I saw like the hyper mode, like it almost looked purple. It's like a purpley red sort of color, and I was like, and I saw the purple, and I like legitimately like lost it, and I didn't. And then within 2 seconds, I was like, oh, it's not even. It's literally just hyper mode. But like just the fact that it looked different enough, like, set me off. Like I was just like, oh my god, like it felt so relieved. And that we were still at like 1500 or 1600 or something when that happened. So I mean, you know, put in almost another 1,000 since then, and I can, like, it's just building, you know. Like I put in so much time, so many hours. Basically, like, let's put it this way, every 100 encounters takes like 4 hours. So if you just like do the math on that, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time spent hunting this Heracross, right? So it's basically whatever 24 times 4 is, I guess. Like that's almost 100 hours. And that's also not including the first 300 were like excessively longer, right? Like it took us 3 months to do like 300, and then now it's taken us 3 months to do like almost 1,500 or more than that, almost 2,200. Like, so it's just like, it's not even close, not even comparable. So I'm way over 100 hours probably, but even if you just take in like since I started this year, it's insane the amount of time I put into this Heracross hunt. Santa's going to literally die when he gets this, and it's going to be amazing. Yeah, like, because when you think about it even, right? Like, some of my longest tenured ones, like Wimpod or Bruxish or Suicune or Cyndaquil, some of my longest ones, like, they still were probably under 100 hours. Like, probably even under 80 hours in total, right? This is really, like, the one where it's just like, wow. No, I'm okay. Thank you. I'm okay. Thank you, though, babe. That's also why I like these streams more than any other streams at the moment, just because they're so chill. They are super chill, and I just, like, the thing is I couldn't, like, there's not a world in which and this is why, if you notice, there's not a whole lot of shiny hunters out there who are willing to sort of, like, you know, alienate their audience by streaming a game like Colosseum because of how long it takes and how boring it can be. Even a lot of the Colosseum hunters will do multiple setups, or they'll have another game, like they'll be shiny hunting in like Fire Red while also doing Colosseum, so it's just like there's still a better chance, right, of like something shiny appearing. To do just like a one setup Heracross hunt in Colosseum, it's kind of a death blow. Like, it's kind of like not something that you should do as a shiny hunter. But because of that, and because of how repetitive it is, there's no way that I could ever even like pretend to just be like animated, excited, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no faking when it comes to a game like this, because you're putting in so much time and so much just like repetition in a way that nothing in Sun and Moon, nothing in like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire could have prepared you for. Like, these are full odds and take forever. This is like the, not quite the hardcorest of the hardcore shiny hunting, but it's up there. Like, it's certainly up there. And there's a reason currently I actually like did this math. More exist for sure, but right now I counted, and the amount of successful shiny hunts that I can find on YouTube in this game are 7. There's a Quilava, there is a Totem Rotom's Miltank, Chris has 2, which is a Scizor and a Scizor and an Entei, and then so that's what. Okay, sorry, I'm totally losing my train of thought here. But yeah, so we have Scizor, Entei, Miltank. There's a Yanma, Quilava, and a Noctowl. Recently, another guy in the community got a Noctowl and uploaded the video after 13,000 soft resets, right? Then there are a few other ones out there where, like, people have just gotten them and posted on YouTube. There's a guy who got a Quagsire by complete accident. On Twitter, I've seen not only this one person I don't know, I think they're Japanese, get a Swablu. They also got a, or not them, but someone who's been in these streams before named Bean has also gotten a few other shinies in this game as well. But so far, as far as I know, no one has actually posted a video on YouTube of a shiny Heracross in this game, like in the game. Like, they've shown the sprite maybe, but like not actually caught it. Like, this is in a weird way sort of historical, you know? And I don't mean to just like consistently like just, you know, toot my own horn here. Like, I'm choosing to do this. It's not, but at the same time, it's so cool that like shiny hunting's so like all over now. Like, even like Ninja posted a tweet of like his brother was like shiny hunting a Ponyta or something when Let's Go came out, and it's just like, it's so saturated. And it's so cool though that there's still like these really, really rare and exclusive shinies out there that virtually no one has like evidence of catching. I know people have caught shiny Heracross before, I just haven't seen it yet, you know? Gotta turn yourself into a hacker man just to keep the chat engaged when shiny hunting in Colosseum. Honestly, it's not that bad. That's the one thing I do prefer though. I feel like less people want to watch a Colosseum shiny hunt, and so traditionally it's harder to engage with the chat because there's just less people, which means less questions, which means it can be tricky that way. However, in terms of being able to read the chat and engage with it, it's actually super easy, because at this point I spent so much time that, like I was saying to Nad yesterday, I did a few encounters yesterday just like after dinner, just for the fun of it, like just maybe it'll happen, you know, and I recorded it. And I was talking to her, and I didn't even realize I had already done an encounter, and it was just pure muscle memory. It was like I'd gone down the corridors and like talked to the guy, and I'd been talking to her, and all of a sudden I look back at my screen, I'm like, wait, the Heracross is on screen? What that, like, what? So that's how, like, much I'm, like, programmed into this game right now, that, like, I just, my fingers just know, oh, also I got this, this amazing custom controller here. I got a beautiful GameCube controller. I've had this for a while. Odd Sauce, you might even recognize this. Remember the Controller Chaos sponsored post that I did? And I was all, like, nervous about and stuff? I finished my Ghastly painting. Nice, nice, Oddity. Yeah, you definitely share that. Also, I'm gonna get water because I just went on like the craziest Colosseum rant. But my point of that whole rant, though, wasn't to diminish any other form of shiny hunting. God knows I've shiny hunted in some of the easiest ways possible, and, you know, still been really excited about the shiny I've gotten. It's more just to say that, like, with Colosseum, there's actually, like, there's unprecedented territory. Like, if I go after anything in, like, Ultra Moon right now, there's probably 2 to 20 people who have done something similar, right? But this, I haven't seen someone do something similar. Although, apparently there is another person in the community also going for Heracross on Twitch right now. Like, not currently at this moment, but, like, overall. Like, their target is Heracross, and so, like, but that's cool, too, because, like, maybe I'll get it, maybe they'll get it, but the point is, like, someone's gonna, like, make history, essentially. And that's amazing. Stan, do you want to go best now? Sure, man. Yeah, I'll go best, Zane. It's funny because right when I was like going live, I was like, oh, I can finally go best with Zane, and then I was like, wait, he's already level 40. He doesn't need to worry about like popping a lucky egg. Because I was literally like, I hope he's on tonight, and then we can like. But then as I was going live, I'm like, he's already level 40. Like, I don't think it does anything. Yo, nice, Josh. Yeah, I can't wait for some updates. That's awesome. I hope you have a great time. Have you been before? Just posted it in the art room. Nice. Tag me in it so that I have the notification and I will like check it out, because like after the stream dies down and I like clean and stuff and go start getting ready for bed, like it's almost inevitable that I will just like, I very rarely check any channel outside of like general channel. So just tag me in it so I definitely don't miss it, Audrey, because I do want to see it. Anyway, yes, Zane, sorry. I will pop a lucky egg and then we will go best. Let's do it. Oh, someone sent me a friend request too. Nice. All right, let's find Zane. Yeah, I popped it. If you want to send a gift over whenever, I will, I gotta go back on Discord. It's alright. I mean, Discord, like, the thing is, I'll be honest, just in general, I've kind of, like, stopped really engaging with a lot of social media in general. I've never really had a Facebook, but I've, like, really been off Facebook for, like, a long, like, substantial... Like, I used to kind of, like, once in a while I'd go back and stuff, but this year, like, I really haven't touched it at all. Twitter, I think I've tweeted, like, once maybe this entire year. Like, I've just really scaled back my social media usage. I'm still bad. Like, I've replaced that time with like Reddit or just like, you know, podcasts or stuff like that. So I'm not like, I'm still guilty of like, you know, finding time wasters, I guess, but I've really stopped, including Discord. There was literally like 2 months where I just like didn't check my own Discord. Like, it's very bad. Oh, nice, Aaron, nice. Oh, Stan is on the quest again. I have a goal now as well. I want the black trainer card in Pokemon Platinum. Help me. That's gonna be brutal. That is gonna be brutal. I wish you all the best luck, Mar6Chu, but I don't even think in the ribbon quest I'm gonna have to worry about getting like the black trainer card. Like that's insanity. Good luck. I'm not a battle heavy guy. That's actually crazy. But yeah, I do wish you all the luck though. Oh, nice, Josh. Nice. I'll also post a pic of the eyes in the dark. I use glow-in-the-dark paint over the white. Nice. Sometimes I hop on Twitter, but that's it. I still, like, use Twitter for, like, work stuff. Like, it's kind of part of... Not part of my job, but, like, certain times. Anyway, Twitter's, like... But I find myself, like, I'm definitely more of, like, a Reddit guy now. Yo, why are you using Master Ball? To save a billion time. Like, just a billion time. All the time times a billion. I was using netballs and ultra balls before, and it would actually sometimes take like 10 minutes just for one encounter, and it was just taking too long. Like it literally would have taken me 5 years. I looked up and talked to some other people within the community, like Chris and Totem Rotom and stuff, and they were just like, just use the Master Ball. Like, just use the Master Ball. They used it. It's so much faster. Yeah, I kind of wanted to, like, be able to say, like, yeah, I caught it in, like, a really cool ball as well. But sometimes you just have to, like, it's more worth it to just try to use the Master Ball and get the thing. Because what if it goes to 13,000, right? What if, like, knock on wood, it doesn't? But, like, what if it legitimately goes to, like, 15,000, 20,000, you know? Like, that's 10. Like, we're talking, like, spending 2,000 or 3,000 hours of my life in this game, when it maybe only had to have been like even like hypothetically, we'll never know, right? Of course, so like there's no point in dwelling on it, but maybe had I used the Master Ball in those first like 300 encounters, maybe those 300 would have probably been like 1,500 first of all, maybe even 2,000, and maybe I would have caught it in the Master Ball in that interim, like during that time frame, right? Like, just the Master Ball is just the way to go. It's, if you're gonna Colosseum hunt, like, all the power to anyone who doesn't. For example, the Underdog caught his Quilava in, I think he only had Great Balls at the time, because it was like, at the beginning of the game, you can't get a Master Ball. So he literally had to do, like, the battle, which is just insane, because I did it for 300 encounters, and it's rough. But since then, yeah, most people Master Ball it. It's kind of just like, it's just kind of the thing you do, I guess. I don't know. The only social media I lurk in LinkedIn right now is because, yeah, hey, that's totally fair, man. Haven't posted a single tweet in a long time because I've been banned from Twitter. Uh-oh. Sonic Chow, what did you do? I have 2 stars right now. I need 3 more. So Beauty Contest is left, the whole National Dex, and yeah, Battle Tower. The underground part for the Platinum Flag. Oh, nice. I started the game from 0. Wow. That's actually impressive. Yeah, the National Dex is kind of a pain too, though, right? Because don't you need, like, a lot of the Gen 3 stuff, which is, like, between... It's, like, Emerald... Ruby, like, it's all, like, literally every game in Gen 3 is, like, needed, right? And then because they relied so heavily on Gen 3 for Gen 4 to get the National Dex, I believe it's also a similar thing, right? Oh man, the Black Trend, that is that is a quest. That is legitimately a quest, because it encompasses so many different aspects. Like, wow. I wish I knew how artists sign their names so tiny and neatly with paint. Like, how? I'm no artist, so I don't know myself. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan, and I've been playing Jurassic World Evolution for PS4. Have you ever seen it? I don't think I have, actually. I don't know if I have. Not on the PS4. I know there's like a Jurassic Park Zoo Tycoon game on, I think it was like the GameCube or like the Wii or something. If you post regularly on Twitter and haven't been suspended at least once, you're doing something. True, Odd Sauce, true. Stan, if you get it tonight, can you play Minecraft with me? JPB, if you want to call on the chips right now, yes, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. If I, by some miracle, catch the Heracross in the next, like, 26 encounters, because I'll probably end tonight's stream at 25:06, if that does indeed happen... then I pledge, I swear, that I will play Minecraft for the first time in my life, ever, with JPB in his server. I think that's how it works, right? I literally know nothing about Minecraft other than, like, there was, like, a Hunger Games Battle Royale thing in it, and that Roy Boy really loves it. Like, that's basically my experience with Minecraft. So, really don't know a lot about it, but I will play, and I will stream it, a Minecraft session with JPB, if we get this in the next... 26 encounters, like, as soon as it hits 25:07, doesn't count. 25:06 is the last one I'll go to. And that's fair, because I did tell you last time, I was like, if, like, you have to wait a while, but after, like, a while, it's been like a month since then, right? And I was like, after a while, I will reset, and you can pick another spot, and you picked this spot, so... Stan, get the gift yet? Oh, sorry, Zane. I literally just looked at it, and I'm like, I should definitely, check to see if Zane sent. It should be here. There it is, Trainer Zane. Boom. Same place as, the Bonsley was from. Nice. And there it is. We did it. I won't show it on the thing, but we did do it. Thank you so much, Zane. Ooh, just hit that. There it is. I'll show that part. That part's fine. 200,000 XP. Thank you, and best friends with Zane. Thanks so much, Zane. That's awesome. Not only did you give me a shiny, but you also got me over the 1 million XP mark in my level in my 36th level. I went from like 900 and something to 1.1 mil. So nice. Thank you so much. Minecraft is the way to go these days. No, you're absolutely right. It's definitely like it went from like cringe to a meme to like nostalgic to like it's just big again. Like it's bigger than anything else right now again. Like straight up. Oh, nice, Bubble. Nice. Well, I mean, the spam might not be great, but all JoJo is good JoJo, right? Hey, am I late? Sonic Link, welcome, welcome. No, you're right on time. Right on time. We still got quite a while to go. Kate, hello, welcome as well. It's because the Minecraft kids have grown up. No, totally, totally. And, I mean, I don't know if, like, Xbox knew that when they bought, or Microsoft knew that when they bought, but, yeah, it's going to start really paying. Minecraft stream again. I will only do a Minecraft stream if we get it tonight. I'm only going for another 25 more encounters, including this one. And if a purple Heracross decides to rear its shelled head, then we will certainly do a Minecraft stream, because it's a promise. A promise is a promise. The sad part is you're not at the halfway point yet. Yeah, I know. But that's okay. That's okay. I actually should look, because I do feel like there's probably other people. I don't think I can best friend with anyone else right now, but there's other people that I think I can at least like maybe this person. Let me just check. Nope, not quite. Just someone else who oh wow, maybe there is someone else I can best friend with. Oh, 2 more days. You gotta be kidding me. Tomorrow I can finally become best friends with Mortix. I have 2 more days left, including I could use today. I haven't used today yet. Oh, that would have been, I mean, I can still do it tomorrow. I have enough lucky eggs. It's just, it would have been so cool. But, yeah. Don't know, he might have given it a push. It's possible. I think PewDiePie certainly, had some effect on it. He certainly has a way with his audience, and I wouldn't be surprised if, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a lot of people who, really wanted to play Minecraft again, but needed somebody like PewDiePie to kind of, make it cool in their mind. You know what I mean? Sort of reinforce it, it's okay. So they could say to their friends, yeah, I play Minecraft, PewDiePie plays Minecraft. And then their friends go oh, right. Would you rather remove from Pokemon Suicune or Umbreon? Have to be Suicune. Have to be Suicune. It's really that different, eh, Odd Sauce? I have no... I used to watch my brother play it, while also probably being on my phone or something. So I don't really have that much of, a background with Minecraft at all, other than, watching him play it, watching Roy, stream it at times before, doing his, little Roy Let's Plays back in the day. PewDiePie definitely gave the game the push it needed to go full force. I would also agree with that, but I think it's more, because here's the thing about PewDiePie. I've noticed that PewDiePie, one of his biggest talents is he capitalizes on things, way later than other people, but he's so big and such a huge presence that he's the thing that can, really push it to the forefront of people's minds. He's done it time and time again. He's done it with The Room. He's done it with, the Sonic Chew thing with Christian. He's done it, he'll find this thing that's, been an internet, thing for time. In the case of, The Room and Sonic Chew, for a very long time. But then he kind of, brings it and gives it, this new blood, this new notoriety on the internet. And Minecraft, obviously, I think he's definitely one of the more, quicker people back into the game. But he's definitely not the quickest. And I couldn't name who is, but I know, I had friends in my office, playing Minecraft before PewDiePie got back into it. So, but yes, you are correct that, for a mainstream, he's definitely, a huge force, for sure. Sam, what's your community like? PewDiePie has a 9-year-old army, and Pyro has the 13-year-old army. So what are we? We're baby rhinos. We're baby rhinos. Yeah, PewDiePie, I don't do gaming. My sense of humor has grown up. But he's probably also feeling nostalgic for that as well, right? Because, like, now, it's crazy, because he's one of, like, maybe 3 YouTubers who's actually been able to, like, sustain success, like, just all the way through. Like, he's never really, he's had downtimes, I guess, but even his downtimes are still, like, you know, 99% better than, like, even his peers. Like, it's, so, he kind of just has found a way to stay relevant for, like, all this time. But now, he's probably like, yeah, I do feel nostalgic for video games. It's like how I got my start. It's been almost like a decade. Well, maybe not quite a decade, but, you know, like 8 years or something, 7, 8 years. So yeah, he's probably come full circle as well. And he's like, you know what? Like, in the same way that, like, right now, everyone's like very much, oh, Sun and Moon were the worst Pokemon games. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon didn't need to exist, blah, blah, blah. I've even been guilty of the latter, like saying Sun and Moon, or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were just kind of like, whatever, cash grabs. But in time, I will probably feel super nostalgic for those games, and it will, like, bring them back, and people will start to re-fall in love, because not everybody's harping on them all the time. Like, when Platinum came out, I was so, like, done with Pokemon and off of, like, Gen 4 in specific that I was like, yeah, it's probably, like, I didn't want to touch it. And then when I rediscovered Platinum, like, on my own, it was, like, the coolest feeling. It was, like, it was, you know, I would say it was still also kind of even before the renaissance of, like, Gen 4 and 5. It was, and it was, like, just in this perfect spot where it's like, wow, this is really good. Like, people need to give this game more love. And it was so nice. And I feel like a similar thing, like, people are rediscovering their passions for other series and franchises and whatever it might be from their childhoods in a similar way, you know? 2015 were the Dark Ages, 2016 the Rebirth, 2017 were the, oh yeah, 2018 were the gaming resurgence. I'm that one person who genuinely enjoyed Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And hey, like, there's definitely some people out there who very much do. To me, again, my issue is not so much that they released it, is that there never needed to be 2 versions. I'm sorry, like, you could say, like, oh, for the story they had to do it, but, like, they could have found a workaround. They have before. They could have given you both legendaries. Like, they didn't, that's the part of it that doesn't sit right with me, is that, like, did you really need to make it, like 2 games? Really, Game Freak? Come on. I quit Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon very early on. I just got fatigued. I couldn't go through. The only reason that I got through Ultra Sun, or Ultra Moon, rather, Odd Sauce, is because I was streaming it. Like, if I literally didn't have an audience watching me play it and wanting me... I even made, like, a poll on my Twitter. Like, do you guys really want me to keep going? Or do you want me to, like, shiny hunt or go back to another game? And everyone was like, yeah, keep going. So... I did, but, like, it was a slog for sure for me. Cause it was only a year removed, right? Like, it was only a year after Sun and Moon, so it was like that game was still so familiar in my mind that I was just like, I'm ready for the new, you know? How many teams have you used your Pokemon or your favorite Pokemon on? I used my favorite Pokemon Sylveon on 3 teams. I've used an Umbreon. Mimikyu's probably my favorite Pokemon, which is really funny because I've yet to use one on my team. However, when I have inevitably one day, if, you know, all the planets line up and I win the lottery and I get struck by lightning all in one go, I make a Gen 7, like, Sun and Moon review, I will absolutely put Mimikyu as one of, like, I almost did, like, purposely set it up that way that, like, I will use a Mimikyu in my playthrough of Sun and Moon or whatever, whenever I do my review for it, which I don't know when that's going to be, but yeah, that's at least the plan, sort of. But yeah, Umbreon, though, I've used, like, I would say probably 3 teams as well. I think I used it twice. No, Black and White 2, I used it on one of my playthroughs for X and Y, I think X, and then I also used an Umbreon in my Gen 2 playthrough of Crystal for my review of that game. So yeah, I've used it 3 times. I think I'll skip Sword and Shield. Not impressed with what Game Freak has shown. That's totally fair. The way they're getting me, and I think they almost know this, and I'm such a sucker for it, but, like, the Pokemon designs look great. Like, I'm actually a very big fan of the designs. And, like, I've always been, to me, like, that's the coolest part, is the new Pokemon, the new forms. Like, I'm very, very excited about that. I will say in terms of like almost everything else, I'm also like very, you know. Oh, excuse me. That's how I feel. I yawn. You know, they're like, hey, we're gonna make your Pokemon big, and I'm just like yawn. So yeah. I went out of my way to breed the perfect nature, and if stat Mimikyu shiny just to use in my playthrough, it was awesome. Nice! Nice, Josh. Nice. I'm starting to get burnt out of Pokemon again. Well, I mean, it's gonna really start to come back in a big way once Sword and Shield hit. Like, for sure. They always find ways to, like, reignite everything, right? I don't think it's gonna be as big as 2016. 2016 with Pokemon Go and Sun and Moon all at, like, the same time, just, that is huge. Like, that was such an apex moment for the series. It's the biggest it's been since, like, 1998, or 1999, probably. But, yeah. Stan, what is this background music? I just have, like, a top 10 Nintendo songs playlist going. It's just off someone's channel. They just compiled a list. Just some easy listening music. That's it. Hey, yeah, that's... I also agree. I genuinely really loved Sun and Moon, despite them being awful to replay, which is also one of the reasons why Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was, like, so bad. But, yeah, I loved Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I thought, hey, we're getting back kind of to, like, the black and white, story-driven sort of thing. It's like, it feels kind of like a JRPG again. And then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon soured me a bit, and then Let's Go, of course, was not made for me, but also was like, it was fun, though. Let's Go, I will say, it was fun. Like, I actually had a great time. No replayability, no post-game stuff that I really cared about, but, like, just going through Kanto in, like, nice HD is fun. I did enjoy it. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. And I didn't have to. I didn't stream it. Like, yeah, I did shiny hunting, but I didn't have to actually beat it to do that. But I found myself wanting to play Let's Go. So it was actually a nice surprise. But yeah, now as for Sword and Shield, I have no idea. No worries, Josh. No worries. What do you think of the new Sword and Shield trailer? I think the Weezing looks pretty cool, and I also think that... oh my god, sorry. What's his name? The Zigzagoon, like, not Linoon, Ogdagoon or something. But yeah, I think that's, like, so cool that it's, like, getting its own special evolution only exclusive to, like, Galar. That's something they should have done in Alola. Like, they should have had, like, an evolution, like, just a new evolution that didn't exist. Like, a third evolution for Meowth. Like, I don't know. But the point, like, that would have been so cool. But, alas... Alas, my friends, we did not. But we are getting it now, so that's, at least that's, you know, nice. Sorry, I just want to finish up any Pokemon Go stuff that I might have. And then I'm going to put my phone away. I can reset as well. I did tell you that I got Ash Cat Pikachu that was glitched with a chance to be shiny. Oh, really? Yes, I think you did. I think you did. Sorry, for a second I thought you were talking about Go, because I was just talking about Go. But you did tell me that. Yes. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, JPB. Yeah, gotta show off the tattoo, you know? I made my opinion of Sword and Shield clear, so I'll say it's a hard pass. Totally understandable, Zane. I don't... Like, that's the thing is, like, there's a lot of YouTube and, like... social media personalities who are sort of like crucifying or really like attacking the people who are like, yeah, I'm gonna skip Sword and Shield. I think it looks lazy. I think the choice to not use the national decks is lazy. And there's like some people who are just like crucifying them, like, you know, Game Freak's never let us down, and like, oh, Game Freak, like, blah blah. And it's like, what are you talking about? Yes, they have. Like, Game Freak removes things all the time, and it's annoying, and people don't like it. We just put up with it because like it's such a It is a good series. Like, it's a great series. And so we put up with them being like, yeah, we can't do this, we can't do that, we got to remove this. Oh, no more triple battles. Oh, let's, like, can't have this thing. Oh, no Battle Frontier. Like, we've just kind of put up with it and gotten used to it. But, like, this is kind of the last straw for people because it literally means there's a new Pokemon game and their favorite Pokemon might not make it. Like, and that sucks. That genuinely sucks. Like, I And I'm someone who, like, my top 2 favorite Pokemon did make it, right? Like you're gonna see Mimikyu and you're gonna see Umbreon in it, and so, like, I'm good. Raichu as well is another one of my favorite Pokemon. Gonna be in it. But will Lantern be in it? Another one of my favorite Pokemon? Maybe not. Will Heracross be in it? Maybe not. And, like, that sucks. Like, I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. Like, and so I'm on the, like, here's the thing. I'm also not someone who's like, oh, I'm super mad. Like, I'm gonna buy the game. I know I'm gonna buy the game because I love Pokemon. I kind of can't wait to experience, because every new adventure is like, it just feels fun, but also nostalgic, and, like, yeah, I'm gonna get the game. So I also don't want to go, like, to the other way, because I also, like, I'm still picking it up, but I also would never vilify anybody who has issues with it. Like, there's legitimate concerns, and the thing is, this is just like the straw that broke the camel's back. The thing is that they're complaining to Game Freak, and they're trying to get Game Freak's attention because they're sick of, like, what should be a AAA developer. Like, they make one of the most important franchises in gaming history, and they're just, like, they expect more from them. It goes wrong, right? Like, if Fantastic Four, that one that, like, Josh Trank did and, like, was awful with Michael B. Jordan, if that blows up, people hear about it and people have to answer questions about it, right? It's like, how did it get this bad? What happened? Like, but meanwhile with games, no one ever has to answer anything. So when they, like we still have no real confirmation. Like, was the Zygarde stuff in Sun and Moon because they had to scrap, like, Pokemon Z? Like, how far along in development did Pokemon Z get? What actually did happen to the Battle Frontier? Yeah, I know they've said, like, yeah, we just had to move on. But, like, why? Like, what is the story behind everything? Like, what is going on? And, like, we never find out. And it's like, I feel like as consumers, we're, like, once in a while you're allowed to ask questions. I don't know. It's just like, it's once in a while you need, like, here's a perfect example, right? I love the first Avengers movie. It's probably among my top 10 favorite movies of all time, for, like, the feeling that I got watching that, tracking it, like, having it actually live up to my expectations. I loved it, right? But I also really, really love Infinity War. And I also really, really enjoy Endgame as well. I love both those movies too, despite the first Avengers and Infinity War, 2 phenomenal movies that I love in so many ways that blew me away for, like, all their connectivity and stuff in different times. But, like, they have different directors. Like, yeah, it's still Kevin Feige, it's still Marvel, of course, but, like, it was a different director, it was a different vision, it was different writers, right? Like, you should give someone else a chance with the Game Freak IP. Or, sorry, the Game Freak IP. The Pokemon IP. Like, maybe it's time that I want to kind of see someone push the series out of its, like, comfort zone. Because Game Freak doesn't like to do that. They like to make as much money as possible, which I totally understand. Like, I get that. You're a corporation. And when you have a year like 2016, you have to keep finding new ways to, like, grow the company, and it's really hard, because how are you going to get in the public consciousness like that again, right? But to me, at least, I don't know. I'm super, like, I'm very curious to see what would happen if they got new blood at Game Freak to, and, you know, like a real shake-up. Let a different, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I went on another rant. I apologize. A lot of Game Freak apologists are probably people who are in denial of the flaws, so they want to step with the opinion they don't want to admit. So here's the other problem too, though, Odd Sauce, and I was talking, oh, you're actually heading out. Thank you so much for tuning in. I was basically just going to say that there's also an issue with, like, people who have the biggest platforms and audiences are incentivized to sort of, you know, cry in favor of Game Freak and their behavior, right? Because it might mean a relationship with them where they can get a copy of the game earlier for their purposes that will benefit them. Or even if that's not the case, it's also in their best interest because they monetarily are incentivized to like the games and to stream the games and to make content about the games, right? So, like, they're gonna buy the game regardless. So, like, as I've said before, like, it's just good to be careful when weighing the opinion of someone who makes money off of the thing that they shouldn't, but, like, could be critical about, I guess. I don't know. Can you turn down Colosseums so we can listen to the Nintendo music? Sure, yeah. I can do that. Is that better? We did the reverse the other night, so I have no issue doing the reverse tonight. Hey, I got a question. What should I shiny hunt next in Let's Go? Shiny Snorlax or Chansey? Ooh. I'm going to say Snorlax because Chansey can appear very often. So I would say you still might get a Chansey by complete random later on, so go for the Snorlax. That's why I want to reset my physical copy. Guess what? The shiny Giratina have a modest nature, not the best. I think I can still use it competitive. Nice, nice. Mar62. Saying at least Gen 5 nowadays gets more love than ever since they have amazing storytelling. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's come around, right? Like, it used to be the black sheep, no pun intended. And now black and white are, like, considered sort of the pinnacle of the series. And I think there's a reason for that. They're just stellar games with so much care. They kind of, like, perfected the engine through Gen 3 and Gen 4. So they didn't have to worry about the engine anymore. They were just like, hey, how do we tell the most, like, deep, like, the deepest story and really invest in our characters and make the world feel alive? And mind you, I'm not saying that, like, Gen 5, like, other people are totally right to enjoy their generations as well. Some people still swear by Gen 3. Some love Gen 6. Like, I'm not one to judge. I'm just saying that, like, Gen 5 is so good, and I am glad that it's getting its dessert, finally, I guess, for lack of a better word. Oh, thanks, Josh. I mean, I don't know if I'm right about my rant either. It's just my opinions. I don't know if what I say necessarily goes for everybody, right? Like, but it just, like, I'm someone who also in the past has, like, you know, been incentivized to just be positive about Pokemon. And I've always, like, I've never completely been like, I've always had issues with Gen 1. That's, like, no secret. People have been mad at me about that for a long time. I've also expressed my issues with, like, Gen 3 and Gen 6, and some of the other stuff. But then the series is even, like, it's like pizza, right? Because even when it's, like, bad or underwhelming, it's still really good. Like, it's so, I don't know. Because even Gen 1, I can find stuff in it where I'm like, okay, that's still really cool. Like, just to see where it all came from. There's, like, these little moments where it's just, yeah, it is still pretty sweet. But the point is that, like, I can also be objective, and, like, I was super objective even when I was still, like shiny hunting in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I would say, like, these games weren't for me. They felt really like they don't add anything. They're just derivative. And yeah, but of course, other people love Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. So, like, that's what I'm saying. Good night, Yana. Take care of yourself as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing better. I didn't even know, of course, all the stress you were going through, but I'm glad that you're kind of on the other side of it, hopefully, and I hope the future's only kinder to you. But thank you so much. Hopefully, maybe I'll see you next week. I will say, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been paying attention at all, the last few streams I've been very boisterous about talking about. So I'm not doing Thursday streams in August until next week. Next week I'm going to do a Thursday stream. I don't know what time, and I'll be honest for my European viewers out there, it might be really late. It could be. And I don't have a choice in it right now. Basically, like, I'm trying to get the day off for something, but I might not be able to get it off, and if I can't get it off, then I have to, like, eat later. And anyway, the point is, it might end up being a very, very late stream. It might, like, I might not even go live until, like, 9 or 10 p.m. my time. So I totally understand if not everyone can make it, but I will publish it on the channel the next day. It's going to be cool, though. It's going to be cool. It's going to be a little different than what we traditionally kind of do here. And probably also some Heracross stuff as well. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And there's going to be a secret ingredient. Why can't we have a mix of Gen 2 with Platinum, Emerald, and Gen 5? Guess that would be the best for me. It's just like, I don't know. It is tricky because it's like, to get everything right? Like, to get the Pokemon designs and the region and the evil team's motivations and all the character development and then, like, the post-game and then, like, the battle-heavy stuff that the super competitive people enjoy. And then, like, you know, it just... There is a lot to get right. There's been no game that's gotten everything. Even Black and White or even Heart Gold and Soul Silver, for as much as I love those games even, they still also have their flaws as well. to me, there's like no better Pokemon experience. Heart Gold and Soul Silver is like the one that I could replay the most. Like, that's the one I bring with me to a desert island, right? But it's still like, there's still things that it could have been better at. Like, there's still the Whirl Islands and the HM abuse is still kind of there. The still lack of like good Johto Pokemon early on, still there. Like, there's still a lot of roaming stuff involved with roaming legendaries, which, I mean, it's better than it was in Crystal, but it's still there, right? Like, there's certain things that still aren't perfect. I do wish the certain gym leaders got more to do, even though, yeah, you can like rebattle them, and Claire specifically has like a more impactful role. I feel like they still could have done a little bit more, but hey, it's almost impossible to get like a perfect Pokemon game, and yeah. Would you rather Shiny Hunt Yveltal or Xerneas? Xerneas. I am a big Xerneas over Yveltal kind of guy. Almost 3 a.m. for me at the moment, but I will try to tune in for that late stream as well. Oh my, wow. Nick, well, thank you. I do appreciate it. It's going to be cool, but like I said, I definitely don't want anyone hurting their sleep schedules or like forcing themselves to stay awake to watch it. It's just going to be fun. Like, it'll be awesome, but it's not even, like I said, I don't even have it, like, I can't even guarantee it right now because of like all that work stuff that came up. So I'm still kind of like, I don't want to like oversell it too much, because then like I just hope no one is like disappointed when it actually happens, and if it happens super late. Because originally my plan was like, hey, I'll stream like in the afternoon, and then all my European people and people across like the ocean can watch it, and that'd be awesome. And now that's looking further and further away from like possible. But nice, Sonic, nice. Who's gonna be doing Suicune Raid Day? I can't. I swear, Zane, like every single weekend that they've done the Legendary Beasts, I've had to go back home to see my parents. Like, there's always been reasons for it, right? So like last month, as I said before, there was some stuff with my dog and some other stuff I had to take care of, and so like every single time I'm out of the city, and where I used to live, like there's no place to do it. Like it's not gonna happen. Stan, if there were 3 games you could bring to a deserted island, what would they be? Interesting. Well, probably Pokemon, excuse me. Probably Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Maybe Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Maybe. I might come back to that one. It's either that or Overwatch. I don't play Overwatch anymore, but if I was on a deserted island, I think I would, and I think I'd still enjoy it, because it's one of the few games I enjoyed longer than most of my friends did. So I do really enjoy Overwatch a lot. Of course, I have no idea what it's like now. I haven't played it in like basically a year, but it got a long time out of me. Like, I bought it in May 2016, and I stopped playing it like a year ago, right? So that's a good little lifespan. And then Chrono Trigger, probably, because like there's all the different endings, and it's very timeless and fun, and I don't know. But also maybe Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is the game I've replayed the most in my life, even to this day, even with all the Pokemon stuff. And boy, oh boy, have I replayed a lot of certain Pokemon games. Ocarina of Time was like a game for like a lot of my teenage years. I would literally replay it once every summer. Like, I was that into it. So yeah. But speaking of it now, I haven't played it for a while. Goodbye, Sonic Link. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night, and take care of yourself, friend. But yeah, those are... I know I just gave like 5 games, but those are like... Mario Odyssey too, though, and then Breath of the Wild also. Like, geez. No, I wouldn't do Breath of the Wild, because legitimately, eventually, you do run out of things to do, and it kind of loses its, like, I don't want to start over sort of appeal. Like, there's a reason they're making a sequel to that game, and not that it takes anything away from the game, but just, you know, it is finite to me. Like, it has kind of an ending. But Odyssey, on the other hand, is the sort of game where, like, I could literally replay it immediately after beating it. Like, I've also beaten that game 100%, but I could pick it up at any time and, like, just to have fun with the cappy mechanics, you know? Let's do the Odyssey. Odyssey, let me. Odyssey, let me. Yo, Lion Mark, what up? I also really enjoyed Overwatch. Kind of tempted to get back into it every now and then. So am I. And then I'm just like, yeah, but there's so much other stuff out there. Like, there's so many good games that I have never played, and it's just like, do I really? Excuse me. I don't know why I'm so tired tonight, guys. I actually got like a decent night's sleep last night too. Mine would be Smash Brawl because it had the best single player, Puyo Puyo Tetris, and Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Like, does Smash Bros have online? Because if it has online, I can play all the time. If it's just me with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you're right. Like, the single player in it's not very great. So what am I gonna do? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's better than like Smash 4 had, but it's still not like anything to write home about, you know? But if it has online, then I'm like, I'm kind of there. I still haven't beaten Ganon yet in Breath of the Wild since I was lazy. I wanted to collect every heart container and all other side quests before to be 100% completed. I also was the exact same way, pretty much. Pretty much. I don't think, because I was streaming it, I didn't. I think I faced Ganon, like, not, like, I didn't, but I did eventually 100% it, and it was, yeah, it's a solid game. You should try out Becoming Human Detroit. I've heard good things. Yeah, it's, the craziest part is, though, like, I've heard really good things about that, and it's still, like, not even probably on the top 10, like, you have to play this game list of, like, things that people have given to me. There's, like, I think Sekiro was one of the ones. Obviously, like, God of War, Red Dead 2. I still have to finish Persona 5. Like, there's just so many games. There's so many games. Hey! It is the boy of the Roy. The Royest of the boy. Enjoying his iced tea. Welcome, Roy. You actually missed all the European friends. Odd Sauce was in here earlier. Yeah. You gonna stream Breath of the Wild too? Perhaps. I don't know if I'll even be streaming by the time that game comes out, because we don't know when it's coming out. Like I legitimately don't know how much longer I will be a streamer for. I do feel like it's definitely a young man's game, and I am getting older. You know? Not that there's certainly people who completely buck that trend. I think, like, James Rolfe is an incredible example of someone who's, like, just been around forever and is still making really good stuff. But yeah, we'll see. Oh! Mar6Q is here still. There are still a few Europeans, for sure. But, and Nick, yes, of course, you as well. But, Yana and Odd both had to take off. Sonic Link as well. Roy likes European women confirmed. Well, Roy has actually been to Europe. That's true. Roy has been to more continents than I have. Wait, maybe. Have you been to South America, Roy? I actually don't know. We might be tied. For most people, so how it usually works is most people in my, like, day-to-day life, they're like, yeah, I've been to, like, 3 continents because I did, like, you know, I went to Cuba or Mexico, but then I also went to Europe. And then I'm like, and they're like, you never been to Europe? And I'm like, nah. And they're like, so you only been to 2 continents? And I'm like, nah, I went to Japan, baby. Asia. Let's go. We are tied. Wow. But you've definitely been to more countries than me, I think. I would assume because you've been to Europe, which is, like, you know, so many countries. Because I've been to, in terms of countries, I've been obviously Canada, the United States, Cuba, Mexico. No, not Mexico, sorry. Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and then Tokyo, well, Japan, yeah, Japan is the country. Tokyo's the city. And that might be it. It might just be 5. I might only be at 5. I'm trying to think. Yeah, probably just the 5. Rip. I've been to England before. Nice, Sonic. Currently, 89 Pokemon caught in Sinnoh Platinum decks. Get to 100 today easy. What do I do to myself? 5-star black card hunting all legendary. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so hard. I've technically been to the Caribbean, but I don't count cruises. That was a mistake. This will take my whole lifetime. Yes. No, like it's like that's like a 5-year commitment. To try to get the black card in Platinum? Italy, America, Canada, Japan. Wow. Yeah, Roy stayed with me, like, in the interim of going to and coming back from Japan. Like, before his flight was, like, ready, basically. So, Roy has had Tim Hortons. Roy has been to the Eden Center. Roy has walked the streets of Toronto. He's also been to Montreal, too. True story. Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Boy 140, I was there when Roy Boy 140 had his first beer ever. Fun, like, true story. We were in the Montreal, well, we were on the plane, I guess. Like, and in Montreal, of course, they have super lax drinking laws. I believe you can even drink at, like, 18 is the, so, yeah, though he was not of age in his own country, he was definitely over the age of 18 at the time. And was able to have himself a, I don't know, what even beer did you have? A Coors Light or something? I don't even remember, but I do remember you had it. And then, of course, he threw up everywhere on the plane, and he was rolling around, screaming, and they had to restrain him. But, you know, I remember my first beer. Oh, yeah, that was bad, eh? Remember that? And then, like, those people, like, the line is, actually starts here. And we're like, dude, we just got in from, like, the freezing rain. Can you, like, just relax? Yeah, Roy, he did though. He had, but I will legitimately say, because he also was, of course, of age to drink in Tokyo as well, and like I think he didn't drink really, like, at all. Like he was actually a very, very well behaved guy. I think we had a beer each at Golden Guy, which is like the city of bars. So like literally like you kind of have to buy a drink. It's like implied, but I think he just said the one. And then he ate raw horse, and they had a policy that you can only enter the, like, establishment if you buy an alcoholic drink. So I guess you had 3 beers in that trip total. Like, yep. So he's, as you can tell, he's got a problem, and he's got to work on solving it. I'll be honest with you guys. No, he was actually super behaved. It's funny because I, on the other hand, so it was me, Nad, my buddy Rob, and then Roy. I bought, like, it was a cheap bottle. It was like from a 7-Eleven, like a bottle of red wine. And every night for, like, I literally bought it like night 3, and we were there for like 10 days or something. So every single night I'd be like, all right, tonight we're gonna get home, we're gonna crack open that bottle of wine. Never even opened the bottle of wine. Literally just ended up leaving it there for the lady, because we were so tired. I didn't want to, like, come home and just, like, party. Like, I was like, no, let's just, like, leave it, and then we'll drink it tomorrow. And then, like, we didn't, and then we just left it for the lady whose Airbnb we were renting. Literally, we were just like, hey, thank you for the stay, and just, like, left her a bottle of wine. I'm still disappointed that Tim Hortons didn't open here. I actually, weirdly enough, read a business article about Tim Hortons today, and apparently they're looking to expand, like, 1,400 new locations across the next, like, 8 to 10 years. So maybe it's in, maybe. I also didn't know this. Apparently they're the second largest coffee chain in the world. You can obviously guess the number 1, but I never thought that. I definitely thought, like, Dunkin' Donuts or some other, like, American coffee place was gonna be, like, but they are legitimately the second largest in the world. They're also owned by the same company that owns Burger King and Popeyes, so that's also something. I knew Burger King, I did not know Popeyes. Excuse me. I don't hate alcohol at all. I just had a bottle of apple beer beforehand, but only one, so yeah, I sometimes drink 2. Yeah, I'm also not a big drinker at all. Like, I was on vacation, and so, but even, like, it's funny because even, like, on vacation, I still was, like, I don't think I ever legitimately, like, got drunk ever. I think if I drank, it was, like, it's kind of similar to Roy's point of, like, we're in an establishment where they expect you to, like, drink, and so I'd order a beer or something, or, like, sake once I think I ordered, because, you know, when you're in Tokyo. But yeah, for the most part, I also just drank water. Like, we were so thirsty all the time because we just, like, never stopped walking, and the heat was, like, very, like, oh, so hot, so humid. You don't have a Starbucks either, really? Wow. But you have shiny Pokemon, so, you know, that you send. Been thinking about getting some Japanese Switch games. Like what, Sonic? Like what? Solid song, might I just add. Do 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 do. Super Bell Hill, so good. Do 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 do. Oh, it's ending. Man. But actually, Roy loves this song too, so. I need to replay Wind Waker sometime. I own it. I bought it for the Wii U though, the remastered version, and then I never played it. Hey, that's totally fair, Mar6Chew. For the record, I'm not trying to like promote alcohol or like beer stories. It just kind of came up, and then yeah. Okay, now the song's getting too loud. It's hitting that. But yeah, great songs, great chat tonight. We are surprisingly, like, the chat's been flying by. We're getting quite close. We have 10 more encounters tonight. I wish they used the full songs. Oh, Wii Sports title theme. Let's go, baby. Stan, do you have any school stories? Like cool stories, but with an S? My first day of grade 9, which is high school for people in my, at least, region of Ontario. So yeah, my first day of high school, I got a bloody nose in my last period, and my friends had to wait for me, and they were like, oh, like, and it was such like a stressful day for everyone, and then they had to wait for me in the bathroom as blood was like leaking out my nose and was like on my clothes. So that was a solid start to my high school career. What else? That's just, it's funny, like, that's just like the first one that came to mind, and was the first big story. What other school stories? I don't know. I don't really have like a ton. I mean, like, high school, it was fine. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, welcome back, Sonic Link. Roy Boy's here now. Another great song. Tal Heights, right? Or is it just like the over? Oh, Hyrule Field. It's not Tal Heights. That's my bad. I know Tal Heights one goes. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's right. I know it. It's in Smash. Sorry, Roy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings, Roy. I'm so sorry that I hurt your feelings. Roy Boy is salty. He's actually, people don't know this, but that hat he wears, that purple hat, it's made of salt, made of sodium. Yeah, sure, Josh, sure. Always feel free to post it in the Discord. Or tweet it, or whatever, yeah. Oh, another banger! Can you really consider that, like, I guess technically it was on a Nintendo console, yeah. Oh, Windy Hill Zone. You know what the best part is, too? All these songs are not from Super Smash Bros., but they're in Super Smash Bros. Like, Ultimate just has literally the greatest gaming soundtrack ever compiled ever. And it's only going to get better, because they're about to get Banjo-Kazooie music, which is like Grant Kirkhope is finally in the game. Like, oh, so good. Like, just unbelievable, you know? And then there's still 2 more spots. After Banjo, we still have 2 more characters. Like, I don't think it's gonna happen, but if by some miracle they were able to get, let's say, like, Chrono from Chrono Trigger and Sora from Kingdom Hearts, I think those are like the last 2. Oh, you know what? Actually, I love the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, but I will admit I think the Kingdom Hearts one is like just more in the like atmosphere. Like, it's more popular overall. People make a meme out of it, but if they got Sans from Undertale or Sans or whatever, like, The Undertale soundtrack is actually incredible. So if Smash had like Undertale music, that would sort of be a huge get. Like it's a banging soundtrack. All right. That was a blue Heracross. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Yeah, Undertale music is truly... I don't really want... It's actually funny, because, like, I feel like Steve from Minecraft is, like, would be awesome in terms of, like, hey, Minecraft is a huge deal. It's one of the biggest gaming phenomenons in the history of video games. And having that recognized would be awesome. And it also is, like, a creative design choice. But the music would kind of suck, Roy. Admittedly, right? Like, the music would kind of be like, it's just super, it's like Animal Crossing music in the sense of, like, it's good in the game it's from, but, like, in terms of, like, a fighting game that I might have to watch on stream, you know, at, like, next year's EVO, it just, I don't know if it hits all the right beats. But Undertale's the reverse, where, like, I don't want Sans or anyone from that game as a character, but I want the music library so bad. Sonic Link, I know, I welcomed you back. I said Roy Boy's here. Remember? You want to know which game actually have good OST in general? The Tales of series. I've heard that. I've actually heard that, Mars6Chu. Yeah, because you need themes that are just like, you know, they're fun, they're, you know, I don't want to say epic, it's such an overused word, but like, just, you know, they're action centerpieces for your big battle royale, and I don't know. That's why a lot of people now, like, in Super Smash Bros., they'll choose to play on Pokemon Stadium 2, is like, they're more neutral instead of like Town and City from Animal Crossing, because the music is just so much more, like, dynamic, I guess, like, just exciting. Rob the Roy Boy. You know what? I would love it if somebody, you know how there's the robotic operating buddy and it's Rob? I would love if, like, Nintendo made a Roybot called Roy, who's like the robotic operating yogurt buddy. And it's just, you know, and it's just a little Roy with like a spoon of yogurt. And he just feeds himself yogurt like a robot would. That's what I hope. Everyone's talking about Steve and Doom Guy and Sans and Sora and, you know, all these people. I just want my Roybot, you know? Do. All right, Mars6Chu. I just said your name completely wrong. Mars6Chu. It's just me feeding myself some Greek yogurt. What's your flavor? What's your go-to flavor? So I'll be honest, because I'm an old man now, I like plain yogurt. Not even vanilla yogurt, like plain yogurt. Like, it tastes sour. That's my go-to. It's my go-to in the mornings. Hey, Grungy Games, what's up? Welcome. Do. My go-to yogurt flavor is plain. Wow! I'm actually surprised. Well, we are gonna get along if we ever have breakfast together, maybe even in the next, like, 10 days or something. That's one thing you'd like about my workplace, Roy. They always have a stock yogurt fridge in the morning. And no one ever takes the plain yogurt because everyone's like, I like the strawberry, I like the blueberry. And then I'm like, yo, I'll take the plain. There's like 8 plain yogurts left, nothing else. Perfect. No worries, JPB, no worries. Yogurt fridge that I never thought would be next to each other. It's not a yogurt fridge, but it's like a drink fridge that also has yogurt in it. It's like for pops and stuff. Do you like pops, Roy? Do you like sodas? Sorry. Do you enjoy sodas? Are you spoiler free for Sword and Shield? Oh no, you can talk about the trailers for sure. Ba-diddle-deet, ba-diddle-deet, ba-doodle-loot, ba-doodle-loot. Ba-dida Roy, ba-dida boy. He is a Roy. He likes to go to Japan and run in while playing man. Hunt in the park, it's Yo-Yogi. That is his dream. Roy Boy had to buy DK64, then buy it again before he left the shop door. The woman was so confused and she implored him to seek some help. Rhoda boy. Little Rhoda boy. I enjoy a good ginger ale every now and then. Do you have Canada Dry, Roy, in the old Pennsylvania? I mean, plain yogurt is crazy good on its own, but if you cut yourself some fresh fruit, I agree. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little spicy, I'll put some granola. I'll put some tasty little granola pieces in, and maybe even some banana slices. I have been known very rarely, like maybe twice in my entire tenure, but I've cut up some little baby banana slices and just stuck those suckers in that yogurt with some granola. It's good. It's tasty. For bread. I can't do bananas unless I'm like in a very specific, unspecified mood. Yeah, you're not a banana guy. I know that because you and Nad have that in common. You're both allergic to bananas. Boop. Also, I just realized we hit 2,500, which is actually like a huge milestone for a shiny hunt like this. And I just like glossed over it because I was busy talking about like being experimental with my plain yogurt. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we've hit the 2,500 encounter mark. Of course, it literally means nothing. Numbers in RNG very rarely mean anything, but we can say for certain that in the first 2,500 encounters, a shiny Heracross did not appear. Meaning that we're still very much under odds. But we're getting closer because we're now technically, after this hunt, closer to 3,000 than 2,000. And I've been known to get some shinies in and amongst this area. Like, in the area between, like, 2,500 and, like, 4,000, I've been known to get some harder shinies. So I'm just saying, Suicune, for example. Obviously, the odds were not quite as bad as they are in this game, but still, there's a chance. What are you looking for? Do we not have garbage bags? Okay, we might have to go to the store after the stream then. Sorry, guys. Me and Nat are doing some cleaning because we're having a guest come and stay with us next week. So, I'm currently streaming and she's cleaning, I'll be honest. I am not cleaning, obviously, but I will be cleaning it once I'm done this tonight. It's a busy week for me. I gotta see my brother this week. I have to. I have no choice in it. And, yeah, lot going on. It's busy next week for me. You ever had sleep paralysis? I don't think I have. I don't believe I have. I feel like I would know if I have, and so I'm gonna say no. I've been very lucky that way, I guess. Unlike Heracross, which we only have 5 more encounters, guys. But yes, so now we're officially closer to that 3,000 mark instead of 2,500. Obviously, we still have ways to go until 3,000, but I'm just just pointing it out. Like, once we hit 3,000, like, we're really, really in it. And 2 other shiny hunters have gotten their Colosseum shinies in somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000. So, I just want to say, right now, I believe the lowest is Chris got his Entei in like 17 something. I think that's the very lowest. Other than like the guy who got a random Quagsire and like had no idea until he like checked it later. He literally didn't even know you could get shinies in this game. He just like lucked into it during a Let's Play. But obviously, other than that guy and some other people, but like off of YouTube, Chris is probably the lowest, and then also I think the second lowest because he also got his Scizor in like 18 something, and then I think the next lowest is the Underdog, and then the guy who got the Yanma, whose name escapes me, and then after him, would it be Totem Rotom? Does it literally jump up that much? It might be Totem Rotom at like 10,000, and then the one guy who got the Noctowl at like 13,050. So yeah, like not a lot of, I mean, like, again, weirdly, as weird as it sounds, like trying, like making history, I don't know if anyone's ever gotten a shiny in Colosseum and like had the proof of it, of course, on like YouTube, like anywhere in the 2000s range or the 4000s range or the 5000s range or 6. Or, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it seems to either be, like, super low or super high. Like, there hasn't really been many, like, in between. Like, Hey, I'm at 6,500 and I got the shiny finally, you know? What is your favorite normal type Pokemon? Got an answer yet? I do remember that question from before. Well, it's okay. What is my favorite normal type Pokemon? I don't know if I don't know if I have an answer. I do like Smeargle. I think Smeargle's pretty good, and it made for a decent. What? Nad's saying Eevee, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd pick Eevee at the gate. I don't know. I just. You love this song, Roy? Animal Crossing main theme. Remember this question. What is your? Oh, sorry. Hearing Aquarium Park gives me so much nostalgia. Was it Aquarium Park or the main theme from Animal Crossing you were referencing, Mr. Roy Boy? I didn't pick these songs. I wish I could take credit, but I can't. There you go, Roy. You should just jam out. I like Wigglytuff because I had one named. Oh, you know what? I really like Togekiss. I do. I like the Togepi line a lot. So that would be up there. I'm literally looking through my Pokemon Go decks right now. So anything Gen 5 and beyond, I'm probably not going to reference. Kangaskhan's alright, I guess. Ditto's up there. I loved Ditto as a kid, especially. Porygon, also pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. It might be Togekiss. I literally just used a Sinnoh Stone to evolve. It's only my third Sinnoh evolution in Pokemon Go, and I chose Togetic to get a Togekiss. The ones before that were Rhyperior, which I also really love Rhyperior. And then Porygon Z. So, I mean, like, Porygon and Togepi, that line might be, like, my number one. Beep, beep, boop. Boop, boop. The new Weezing form is actually amazing, and I love it with all my heart. Yeah, but you can't even get to Act 2 of Fire Emblem, so, you know, we'll see about that, how much you love it. Miltank also very cool. I'm legitimately a big fan of Miltank as well. Hitmontop is indeed fighting, so can't pick that. Also, weirdly, I never really got into the, like, Vigoroth Slacking line because I didn't, my brother had a Slacking, and it was, like, his favorite Pokemon. It was the one he used, so I was like, yeah, it's not for me. Like, you know how siblings can be. What else? It's a big pile. Wow. Alright, still not a shiny. I'm continuing along with these. I'm looking. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at Gen 4 and I don't have all the Gen 4 Pokemon either, so it's tricky. Yeah, probably Togekiss. Oh, Togekiss isn't even normal anymore. Fairy flying? Jeez. Was it ever normal flying? Or am I just like, am I having like Mandela effect? I could have sworn it was normal flying. But did they like type it? Anyway, I apologize for all my ignorance there. I completely forgot. Stan, how can you not mention Furret? I'm not a big Sentret Furret guy, which is so weird because I grew up in Gen 2, and I definitely prefer them to the Rattata line. But I never was. I never liked Sentret or Furret like that much. Roy, you love all this music, eh? Oh, okay. Because I was like, I swear to God, it was a normal type. So that's my bad. But technically it doesn't count anymore. So I guess Porygon, like, Porygon or Ditto, probably. Here you go, Roy. Another one, baby. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and see what the next... I don't know what songs they are, but I can tell you without a doubt that they are from a Mario game, a Zelda game, a Mario Kart game, and then a Zelda game, and then a Super Smash Brothers game is number 1. So there you go, Roy. Little hints. That's also what they used to call you in college, right? Little hints. Roy's really feeling it. I can't do my Shulk as good anymore, Roy. I've been trapped in the Monado. I'm really feeling it. I'm trying, Roy. I'm trying. For you. Little Tony's House of Hints was my nickname. What? Why Little Tony? So here's the Mario one I promised. I'll be honest, I actually thought it was from 3D World. It's not. It's from Galaxy. Age has ended your Shulk time, but not my Elmo time. I can do that any day of the week. I'm impatiently waiting for Gen 5 to come out and go. Dude, I still have so much for Gen 4, and even Gen 3 to an extent to cover. Hopefully I can go to that Montreal event and get, like, a Tropius and an Unknown at the very least. But, yeah, like, there's so many I need. I'm getting closer with Gen 2, at least. I still need a Smeargle, because I just, like, I never take pictures. But aside from Smeargle, I think it's literally, like, I just need Corsola and Heracross, which, of course, are, like, you know, region-exclusive Pokemon, so pain in the butt to get. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have everything else for Gen 2, other than those 3. And Smeargle is just, like, a matter of time. It's just, like, you know, eventually it'll happen. It's the most important question of all. Which Gastrodon form do you prefer? I like the blue one. I like the blue one. However, where I am located in Pokemon Go, I get the pink form. So, little interesting fact there. But yeah, I'm a fan of the blue one. And it's not even, like, trust me, I like the color pink a lot. But, yeah, just the pink and the brown doesn't match as well to me as, like, the green and the blue and the yellow. Smeargle is tedious to get and go. Yeah, how do you even get it? Like, I honestly should have probably done more, like, research into it when it came out, but I just didn't bother. Yeah, how do you get Smeargle? Bop overload, bop overload, bop overload. Too much water? No, I actually like Gastrodon a lot. I used it in my Platinum playthrough, like, twice, I think. It's, yeah, solid Pokemon. I just prefer the blue one. I don't know what to say. And yet, isn't it funny? I want a pink Heracross. I mean, technically it's like magenta purple in this game, but I want a pink Heracross instead of a blue one. Go figure, right? Can't make up my mind. Who am I, Harry Houdini? I don't even know what that means, but yeah. Here you go, Roy. Here's the Mario Kart one I promised. Take a pic of a mon and see if it photobombs. I've done that a few times, and it never has. So I guess it's just complete RNG then, also. Because I needed more RNG in my life. I don't know, to be honest, JPB. I'm probably just going to leave this playlist on because, like, legitimately, it's about to finish, and we also have one more encounter after this one. So, unless we get the shiny right now and I play Minecraft with you, I don't think that... we got one more attempt, and then I think I'm just going to let this playlist run out, dude. I'm sorry, but we're literally, like, right there. There's, like, 3 songs left. So, it works too perfectly not to do it. But maybe next Tuesday. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not trying to string you along, I promise. I genuinely would have played it, but I just, one, I've never heard it before, and then 2, there's literally, like, 5 minutes left of music, and we have one more encounter. So, and this is, like, number 3. I believe it's number 3. Maybe there's only one more song after this, actually. There is, but it just takes a while. So this is actually number 2, as we're on our last encounter. So by the time this song ends, we'll have, like, the Heracross. And it's either going to be shiny or it's not, but either way, the stream's basically over. But yeah, if it is shiny, I'll play the song for you, okay? You have to take one photo of any of your Pokemon, check if Smeargle photobomb. If you didn't photobomb, then you have to exit and pick up another Pokemon and just keep doing the same thing. Interesting. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Smart6, yeah. It always happens on the first pick of each Pokemon you try with. Sometimes you have to go through 40 Pokemon taking a photo on each. Interesting. Alright, I might try that actually after after the stream and after I clean. I gotta stream, I gotta clean, I gotta make a lunch. Well, actually I don't, because I'm having leftovers tomorrow. So, yes. Okay, Roy, here's the last song of the night. Ready for this? I think they just played the full song, though, so it's much longer than the other ones, which is why I thought there were 2 songs left. Remember when you sang this, Roy? I do. Pepperidge Farms remembers. It doesn't have to be a different mon, but I assume you do have to leave and then re-enter, right? So if I catch a shiny blue form of Gastrodon, I will name it Stan, and if you want, it can send... Oh, it's all good. I don't need to take your shinies or anything. You worked hard for those shinies. You should definitely keep them. However, I appreciate... If you're hunting that anyway, and you decide to name it Stan, I will definitely appreciate that and take it as a compliment. What are the lyrics to this again, Roy? Can you please tell me? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. The final one. We got some epic brawl theme music going in the background, written by Nobuo Uematsu. Nobuo Uematsu, the Final Fantasy composer. But let's go. Drum roll, Heracross. It is male too, which is the preferred one. Let's go, baby. Be shiny. It's not shiny. It's just blue, and now I am too. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and hanging out with me. It was actually a very bumping stream tonight. Like at one point, I think we hit like 20 people. A lot of people from Europe, all over the world, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna turn it down in just a little bit, and then I'm gonna pick a song at random from this playlist because it is about to end. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will be streaming next Tuesday and then probably the Thursday as well. So look forward to that. Next week we'll be back to semi-normal, sort of, depending on how my shift goes on Thursday. I don't know. But thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I love your faces. As I always say, happy hunting, baby rhinos. I'm going to go clean now and help Nad for once. And yeah, please take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your week. And yeah, happy hunting, baby rhinos, and peace.